Ashok Chotwani, Sip Bliko, Sip Roop, Sip Mutkula Anand, Sip Gautam, Sip Paratiyama, Sip Bliss, Sip Raju, Sip Sageraj, Sip Pankaj Atmatray, Sip Gundan and Dasi, Sip Rekha, Sip Yogini, Sip Sudeep Bhargava. I can see you. And the rest of you who are still, I think Chandrakant joining the call. Welcome to this call. We have an interesting question. The question, and today administrators putting up the question. Let me see how many of you can answer. How many types of SIP exist? We keep talking on SIP. SIP is an important aspect of our journey. How many types of SIP exist? So who would like to go? Who would like to understand how many types of SIP?
One without a second.
Okay. So Girish is giving a very blanket answer. One without a second. Answer in principle is a good answer, but there can be a scope, Girish, for a discussion in the type of SIP. So let us try to discuss. Let us try to understand. Ultimately, your answer may be right. Ultimately, but prima facie, the answer, yes. I think Atmatray, Rajan in order. Rajan or Atmatray, anybody can go, please. And then I think Kumar Swami also wants to talk. Yes.
Sure,
Rajan, Atmatray, and Kumar Swami, and then Chandrakant. Please go ahead.
Okay. Sir, there are so many types of powers.
Okay.
Supreme Immortal Power is the only one. Is the base of all powers.
So, no. How many types of SIP is there, Atmatray, according to you?
SIP means Supreme Immortal Power. But it
so
is
only one type of power is there?
It is the only one. Yes.
Only one type. Okay, let me see. Rajan, what do you have to say, Rajan?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Guruji. Only one SIP. All others are manifestations of that one SIP.
So how many manifestations are there? That much.
Lots of thousands, lakhs of manifestations. All are manifestations of the same SIP.
If I give you such an easy answer like this, then it will not help you in the journey of enlightenment. So let me see who's coming with some different ideas. Kumar Swami, it's a very interesting session today. How many types of SIP are there? Very interesting, very important for enlightenment. And enlightenment is not an easy subject. I see a lot of gurus are coming in slowly into the call, but let us see who wants to speak. First, I think it's Kumar Swami who wants to speak, and then Chandrakant. Yes, and then Bliss also. Yes.
The SIP, actually the SIP is only one. It is there in every molecule, every atom, it is there everywhere, but it has got form.
So as per scriptures of Upanishads, Vedas, how many types of SIP exist?
One is a manifested, another is a unmanifested. Two forms are there.
Two forms. Kumar Swami gives a good answer. At least Kumar Swami is giving a good answer. He's giving some food for thought.
SIP is only one, but it is having two forms. One is a unmanifested, one is a manifested.
Very good.
So manifested is there in living beings.
Very good.
That is the form of consciousness.
And then?
And awareness.
And then?
So in non-living things, it will not manifest. It will be in the SIP condition only. It will not manifest in the non-living things.
So you are telling how many types are there now?
Only two types are. One is manifested, one is unmanifested.
Good answer. Thank you. Up to now, this is the best answer I have got. Up to now, I have got this is the best answer I'm calling. So because it's very easy to say only one SIP. Yeah, you know, we all know only one SIP is there. But now Kumar Swami is saying, no, one is the SIP in the living creatures and one is SIP in non-living creatures. So Kumar Swami is bringing a new discussion to the subject. So let us...
Sir, 1 minute. Here two things I am talking. One is the SIP is unmanifested. It will be there in non-living things. And everywhere in every atom it is there. Every atom, every molecule.
Yeah.
But awareness, the consciousness is manifested in living beings only.
Correct,
That's
sir.
two things.
Correct. Your point is noted. Now you wait for my answer now patiently.
Okay.
Thank you, Chandrakant.
Guruji Shivam.
Shivam, sir. Bolo.
Yeah.
How many types of SIP are there?
है, so that is only, but
Only
as
one.
long as it is in a human body, I mean, though we call it a reflection, but I will go with that is as when it's manifested, that will submerge into the main Chaitanya or Supreme Immortal Power. But
Okay.
as long as in human body, there are different existences there in the form of the reflection.
Okay, so I think we need to do a little bit more introspection.
Yeah.
So we need a little bit more introspection. Let us ask Bliss and then Ashok Nichani and Sunil Chitta. Bliss.
Hi, Shway, I'm here.
So Shivoham, Bliss, tell me, how many types of SIP?
En fait, it's more in question than in affirmation. If I remember everything, we have masculine, feminine, and everything. We have an electricity, we have an Hindu religion, we have an art, and I think we have two things, the positive and the negative, and the female and the male SIP.
Okay,
And
so
all things.
Bliss, you're talking of a different logic. Different logic is good. The logic. Some people say yin and yang. So you're saying masculine and feminine.
Shiva is the box.
Okay, okay. So we are not talking about Shiva and masculine. We are talking about the power, Supreme Immortal Power. So thank you, Bliss. What about Ashok Nichani? What do you think, Ashok Nichani?
Shivam Saji.
Sure.
Saji, there's only one immortal power, one SIP.
One type of SIP. Only no different, no varieties. Like vanilla ice cream and strawberry ice cream. How many type of ice cream is there? Vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, chocolate ice cream. So many ice creams are there.
Saji, there is only one SIP. But Supreme Immortal, in any religion, all the religions, only one SIP.
Okay, good.
And it depends on the our elders and the gurus, what they teach us when we are children, that there is Shiva, there is Krishna, there are 300 crore gods and goddesses. But whatever we are taught, we feel there are so many. And Ishta Devata, हमारे घर का भगवान ये है. But there is only one.
गांव का भगवान है, हमारा पैसा का भगवान है, Lakshmi goddess is there. How many goddesses are there? Have you heard of goddess? Huh? Lakshmi goddess, Saraswati goddess. Have you heard of goddess, Ashok? Some people
3 crore god and goddesses.
Some people don't want to pray to God, they pray to goddess. Huh? Lakshmi goddess, Saraswati goddess, like that. Okay. So
one example.
Yeah.
Can I tell one example, Sarji? Sarji, like Amitabh Bachchan है. अमिताभ बच्चन का नाम फिल्म में किसी में विजय है, किसी में राजू है, किसी में श्याम है. But at the end of the day, जय बाजरी को तो husband तो एक ही है ना, not all the other names are भाई उसका husband है वो.
But we are right now talking on the types of Amitabh Bachchan. एक शराबी, एक कबाबी, एक but the types. Sunil Chittal, let us see. And Sunil Chittal may have the right answer because he's a man of scripture. So let me see if Sunil Chittal is coming out with the dynamic scriptural answer. Come on, Sunil Chittal.
Shivam Sarji.
Shivam sir.
SIP or Brahman is only one, but it manifests when it comes manifests as Jeev, Jagata, and Ishwara.
I knew that Sunil Chittal will give the right answer. So Sunil Chittal has got the right answer from the scriptures. Thank you, Sunil Chittal. So can you please explain, give me the privilege of your explaining. According to Upanishads and Vedas, SIP manifests as Ishvara, Jagat, and Jiva. So yes. Sunil Chittal will explain what he means. Then I will give you the answer because today is a very important learning session. Today's session is a very important learning session. Sunil Chittal, please continue.
When Ishvara wants to manifest, he first brings out his power, which is Maya, which is a Trigunatmak Shakti. And in Maya, he then manifests himself. Ishvara plus Maya becomes Ishvara. And that means he is a Saguna Brahman. He is a Nirguna Brahman. Now he becomes Saguna Brahman. And in Saguna Brahman, he develops the Jagat, which is the Srishti, right from Hiranyagarbha to Virata to whatever we are seeing now. And then there is Jagat, Ishvara is there, Jagat comes, and there is Jiva, the manifestation of a Jiva. Jiva is basically a conscious being, or what we call scientifically today, all organic materials. Now, as per Shastras, there are 84 lakhs yonis and 36 koti devatas, 33 koti devatas. So basically, Ishvara, the Parabrahma manifests as Saguna Brahman, as Ishvara, and then he creates the whole world, that is Jagata and the Jiva.
Okay, very good. So thank you, Sunil, for giving the answer. Sunil, the answer is, as per scripture, it is 100% right answer. Let me explain to you. Girish, correct me if I am wrong now, Girish. So there is no doubt that there is one sip. So Girish's answer, prima facie, is one sip, no doubt. But when this sip was there, what is the difference between sip and Jagat? What is Jagat? Jagat is the earth. Jagat is the stars, the sun, the moon, the mountains, the oceans, everything which is what people call nature. But there is no Atma. There is no Atma in this. So what sometimes people call anatma, which is, the Buddhists sometimes use this term, but I don't want to use this term. What is called the Panch Tattva? I think Sunil will agree, this is the Panch Tattva. The 5 Tattva of earth, water, air, fire, and space. The sip manifests is molecules of matter. And this is creating what is called Jagat. Jagat means the cosmos, not only the earth. Some people think Jagat means earth. It means Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Sun, Moon, everything in my Milky Way. This Jagat, what you see, which is actually Maya, which actually appears to be, is nothing but Ishvara. Ishvara is nothing but sip. Now, so if you only look at the first form is sip, second form is sip and Jagat. Now, sip has appeared in the third form. And the third form is that which is born and which dies, which has an Atma, which has a life. It may be bliss or it may be Parvati Amma. It may be a dog or it may be a frog. It may be a butterfly, a bee, or even a tree. The moment a lot of people think a tree is Jagat. No, tree is not Jagat, because the tree has got Jan. You know, Jan is a beautiful word. You know the meaning of Jan? Jan means life. I love the word Jan. Jan means the tree also has got Jan. So that how you and me, we have got Jan. The Jan is inside. It's the Atma, the Ruh. That Jan is in the tree. But it's not in the stone. It's not in the mountain. But sip is there in the mountain. Sip is there in the ocean. Sip is there in the wind. Sip is there in the clouds. Sip is there in the sky. But Atma is there in the dog. Atma is there in the frog. So now the discussion is open because now the discussion starts. So how many, Bliko, can you tell me how many types of sip is there, Bliko? Can you please explain, Bliko? And then you have any doubt. First, I'm asking Bliko, explain, and then whether you have a doubt.
There is only one sip, Nirguna Brahma, and when it becomes Saguna Brahma, it is all the Jagat and all its manifestation of all the materials what you are talking about, dogs and all other things.
So one manifestation is Jagat, which has no Atma, and the one with Atma?
Atma is Ishwar.
Is Jiva. No, it's Jiva.
Jiva.
All the
Jiva.
one with Atma is called Jiva. So according to scripture, there is Ishvara, there is Jagat, and there is Jiva. Girish, you have any comment before I ask? I think there's some more comments. Girish, you agree on this 3 types of sip? There is one sip which is manifesting as Jagat and manifesting as Jiva. You have any question, Girish? You are in agreement? Okay. Kumar Swami, any clarity, Kumar Swami? You are saying 2 types. You are agreeing this, Kumar Swami?
No, I don't have any objection. But only the thing is, sir, actually, as per my understanding, SIP is only two, SIP is only one.
Only one. Only one.
But it is unmanifested, manifested, two conditions are there.
Correct.
Manifested is in living beings.
Yeah.
Unmanifested in non-living beings.
But that was good for me. You are selling it is unmanifested. But according to scripture, I mean, that is manifestation. What is the meaning of manifestation?
One stone is there, sir. One stone is there. In the stone also it is there. SIP is
yeah,
there.
Because
But
that word
because settled body is not there, because settled body is not there, that's why it is not manifesting.
No, but manifestation in dictionary means appearing as.
Appearing as.
So the Ishvara appears as the mountain. You agree? It appears as the mountain, manifests as the mountain, and then appears as Jiva, appears as Kumar Swami. So there is one manifestation is different. It is no Atma. One manifestation has Atma. So are we clear about it? We're very clear, or there is doubt?
Clear.
Thank you. Thank you. Yogini says it is Anant Anadi. Yes, my dear Yogini, it is Anant Anadi. But I am not sure if the mountain is Anant Anadi. Because the mountain can be broken. Somebody can destroy a mountain. You agree, Sudeep Bhargava? Mountain can be destroyed, or mountain also Anant Anadi. Sudeep Bhargava.
So we say Jagat Mithya.
Jagat
stone
Mithya
will
means,
come in that only?
Yes, Mithya means it appears to be, but it is not.
The Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya.
Correct. Prabhu Satya means only one SIP is eternal, Anant Anadi, only SIP.
Yes.
But the Jagat is not Anant Anadi.
No.
And Jiva also is not Anant Anadi. Jiva will be born, and Jiva will die.
Okay.
Guruji, I would like to add, I think there is a perennial problem with this English. When we say, actually, what we say is truth is Satya, and false in Sanskrit is not Mithya, it is Tuchha. Mithya means that which appears to be real, but it is not.
Okay.
So ephemeral, English word is ephemeral. So I think this illusion word created by Max Muller, I think, has created a problem.
Okay.
Mithya, there is no English word for Mithya, but now they have started saying ephemeral.
Okay.
Temporary appearance, which is now new literatures are calling it ephemeral.
Thank you, sir. So, pranams to your contribution. Sometimes when you can give such contribution, the group benefits from it. Ashok, thank you, Sunil. Ashok Chotwani. SIP is only one. SIP is power, energy. SIP is not made of bone and skin due to ignorance and difference we have made of so many gods. Correct, Ashok Chotwani. But are you agreeing, Ashok Chotwani? The SIP appears as the Jagat, and the SIP appears as Jiva. Are you clear, Ashok Chotwani, or you have any doubt in this subject? No doubt, right? Okay, because in the journey of enlightenment, I want everybody in the group to be very clear. Very clear. Bliss, are you clear what we are trying to say? Bliss? SIP is one energy, bliss. The SIP appears in non-living beings, mountains, ocean, earth. That is one manifestation. Another manifestation is in living creatures, a bird, a human being. So there are two types of manifestation. One, the manifestation without life, and two, the manifestation with life. So you have a doubt, Bridget, or are you clear? Clear.
Guruji,
Yes, thank you so much.
Actually,
Sorry.
Yes, Bridget, tell me, Bliss. Your voice is not coming. Your voice, unmute. Bliss, please unmute. You are muted.
I would like, it's possible to have the word in Sanskrit.
In Sanskrit, you want the word?
Yeah, for understand better.
3 words. One is Ishvara, Jagat, Jagat, and Jiva. Ishvara,
Jagat,
and Jiva. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Who else was trying to speak?
Yeah, Chandrakant here.
Yes, Chandrakant.
Yeah, basically, there is a Jad and a Chetan Tattva. So, I mean, in Jainism, they say ki Jad, there is no manifestations. Like we are just speaking about the ocean and mountain. There may be Parmanu, which are live, and that way they exist in that. Whereas in Jiva, there is a seed basically.
So what I don't know. Okay, so what are you trying to imply? I understand that Jainism may believe in something, So what is it that you want clarity or you are?
They say ki Jada Tattva, Chetan Tattva, then Gati Sayak, Sthiti Sayak, and space.
Okay.
And whole drama revolve around that. But I am speaking about the Jada and Chetan Tattva only,
Okay.
in line with our discussion. So Chetan, there is no doubt. Wherever there is living being, the seep is there.
Yeah.
But Jad falls in this mountain, then your ocean. So what they say ki there are the Parmanus basically, and that way they are living being. Well, that way we can say. But in complete Jad, there is no seep. That's what they are interpreting that.
So are you clear or see? Don't go by too many things. You will be confused.
No,
Are you
I'm
clear?
not confused. But
Should I give you clarity or you are not clear?
no, my question is that if there is a Jad means non-living thing.
No, don't.
How come seep in that? That is my
Let
question.
me explain to you. Let me explain to you. According to science, every molecule of matter is nothing but energy. Now, this is proved by science. This is also as per spirituality. Every tattva means the 5 elements: earth, water, air, fire, and space. Every element of matter is nothing but Sit, is power of Prabhu, power of Ishwara. Now, in the power of Sip in mountain and all that, there is no Atma. Atma means there will be birth and death. So if you want to follow what we are saying, Chandrakant, be very clear. Point number 1, you agree there is one power in this whole universe. You agree or you have any doubt? There's only one power in this whole universe. Whether it is in Chandrakant or in Sunil Chittal or in everybody has got everything in this world, including there's one power, one Shakti.
Yeah.
That Shakti manifests as Jad. What you're saying, Jad, is nothing but Jagat. In the Upanishad, it's called Jagat. Jagat means, so everything in this world, Jagat Mithya. Jagat Mithya appears to be. Prabhu Satya. Prabhu Satya means only Sit is the one reality. But in the manifestation, there are 2 types of manifestations. One is animate, one is inanimate. One is alive. One is alive, they will be born and they will die. They will be born and they will die. They will be born and they will die. And the inanimate, like a mountain, will always remain static. So you have any doubt or you're clear?
No, I got it.
Okay. So because what happens, Jain may tell something in their language. We don't want to get into their connotations and their language because then it may become confusing. So we are not touching that language. I'm only explaining to you in simple English language. Okay. Thank you, Chandrakant.
Fine. Thank you.
And you must come back. You must bring your doubts. Like how Chandrakant is bringing the doubt. It's very important to bring the doubt. If you don't bring the doubt and you keep in your head, then we will be dead. We will be dead, but we will not clear the doubt.
That's why I'm asking. Nothing else.
Please clear all doubts. We have got Dasi Budrani. Dasi Budrani says Sip is one, but is manifesting everything in whole creation. Dasi, you are 100% right, Dasi. Sip is one. It is manifested in all of creation, Dasi. But Dasi, please understand, Dasi, Sip is manifesting in 2 forms. One, the ones who are alive, like you and me. And one, in the ones who are not alive, like the mountain and the sea. So I hope you're clear, Dasi. There are 2 types of manifestation. One manifestation is Jagat, no Atma. One manifestation is Jiva. Every Jiva has Atma. So I hope, Dasi, you're clear about this. Girish.
Scripture also says the ultimate Sip is even beyond manifested and unmanifested.
Absolutely. No doubt, Girish. So, Girish, that's why, Girish, we are using the term manifestation, Girish. We are not telling that. So, Girish, are we having a doubt that all this is only one Sip? Are we having the doubt? We are only saying types of Sip. We are not telling there is 2 Sip or 3 Sip. No, there is only one Sip. That is why, Girish, I tell you, when you come in the call, what do I tell you, Girish? I say Sip, Girish. Do I not tell Sip, Girish? Do I tell Sip, Girish or no? How do I greet you? I say Sip Rajan, Sip Kumar Swami, Sip Bliko. I say Sip, na? Why I say Sip? Because you are Sip.
Everything Every person is SIP.
Correct.
Except SIP, there is nothing.
Correct. But you are not, you may be SIP, but appearing wise, Girish is different from Rajan, different from Bridget Bliss, different from Roo Mataji, who has now landed in USA, and she's sleeping in the bed and she's looking at the call. So Roo Mataji now has just landed in America and she has joined the call. So very, very important that Roo Mataji, आपने समझा? हमारे सिप के तीन तरह के हैं. एक है सिप, एक है जगत, एक है जीवा. That is, since you have joined from USA late, and for your benefit, I'm giving clarity. Okay. Anybody wants to say anything or ask any questions? Over to you.
Guruji,
Yes, sir.
आत्मा और सिप में क्या डिफरेंस है?
See, this is the type of question we want. Very interesting. Kumar Swami, Atma comes at level 3. There's a story. They asked, I think the name is Alan Watts. They asked him, how did God create this world? So basically, the stories are just to make the children understand. SIP is beyond our comprehension. SIP is energy. SIP is a power. You and me cannot define SIP. You cannot tell what temperature SIP is or how big SIP is. No, we cannot. We do not understand. We cannot comprehend SIP.
Yes.
We know SIP is one Shakti. That much we understand, Kumar Swami.
Yes.
SIP is a powerful Shakti. So SIP comes into every molecule. Are we clear, Kumar Swami?
Yes.
Every molecule, whether it is carbon, whether it is gold, whether potassium, whether it is hydrogen, oxygen, every molecule has got SIP. Up to this point, we are clear, Kumar Swami?
Okay.
Now, when all these molecules are there, Kumar Swami, from these molecules, H2O. H2O means what, Kumar Swami?
Water.
How make it happens? The two molecules of hydrogen, molecules, I'm not a good student. Two particles of hydrogen, one particle of oxygen, when it comes together, it becomes water. This much we understand, Kumar Swami?
Agreed.
Now, like this combination, everything in this world is a chemical combination. This also we understand, Kumar Swami?
Okay, agreed.
Now come to the next level. All these combinations that we are talking about, it may be carbon, it may be carbon dioxide, it may be carbon monoxide. All these do not have Atma. When Ishvara put together all the molecules and gave life and made it a rabbit, then the rabbit was formed. Rabbit does not have wings. Then Ishvara created bird. Bird does not swim in the water. Then Ishvara created a fish. Then he wanted something more beautiful. So he created dolphins, and he created whales, and he created penguins. Then he said, no, I want something more beautiful than that. I want something more beautiful. Then Ishvara created human being. And in the human being, he made the highest level of intellect, buddhi, viveka. He did not put in a dog. He did not put in a frog. He did not put in a tree. Papa, poor thing, the tree, it cannot walk. But Ishvara created like that. The tree should not walk. It should be bound to the ground. But it has Atma. The tree has Atma. That means the tree must be having feelings. We don't know. Kumar Swami, nobody can tell for sure. We can only infer, I-N-F-E-R, through inference. Whatever I am talking to you also, I am talking to you from my comprehensibility. How much I can comprehend, that much I am explaining to you. So are you clear, Kumar Swami, or you still have doubt?
No, here what happens, so many scriptures are saying Atma and the soul, and every time they are talking different levels, but
you don't get confused, no, Kumar Swami. Why you are listening to so many people and so many confusions? Why you are listening?
Some people will soul, some people will say Atma, some people will say.
Can I explain this? No, can I explain a little bit more to you on the concept of soul? Can I explain a little bit more?
Oh, okay.
See, every molecule of matter has got SIP. That much you agree?
Agree.
But Kumar Swami, apart from SIP, the Ishvara created a very powerful molecule, very powerful, and that became Atma. That is the highest power of SIP. after SIP, the second highest power is the power of Atma.
Okay.
Then the lower form is the molecule, the tattva. But this earth and water that has no soul.
Okay.
So this highest power of SIP is in the Atma, which is nothing but the Atma is nothing but Paramatma. But the Paramatma, Kumar Swami, when it comes in the molecules, in the what you call unmanifest, what in your words. But
Yes.
please don't use the word, my request to you, please don't use the word unmanifest, please use the word inanimate. I'm requesting you call those inanimate because they have no life. So when the SIP comes alive in inanimate, it becomes Atma. It is born, it will die. That is the Atma. Don't get confused. What we are explaining, Kumar Swami, very simple. There is no confusion. Why should there be any confusion?
Okay, sir. Okay. Now I understood.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody who has any doubt? Any? Chital, are we clear in our explanation, Chital? Or do you have any doubt in what we are saying, Sunil?
No, I'm very clear. Only thing I wanted to add, Jiva is actually Jivatma. Normally we address it as Jivatma.
Correct.
That is where the element of Atma comes in.
But we don't use the word Jivatma normally in the scripture. They say Jagat, they say Ishvara, Jagat, Jiva. They only say three, but you are right. It is Jivatma. You are right.
Okay,
Yes,
Guruji,
sir?
one more thing.
Yeah.
The space also eternal or not?
Space is eternal.
Space is eternal or not?
No. Only eternal, Kumar Swami, only eternal is SIP.
No, space is not eternal.
No, it looks like it is eternal, but any moment space can get over. If the Ishvara goes out of the space, then there will be no space. If Ishvara goes out of the mountain, there will be no mountain. If Ishvara goes out of the ocean, there will be no ocean. Tomorrow you may wake up in the morning and there may be no ocean. All oceans can be dry. Possible.
At the end of the Kalpa, nothing remains. Only Ishvara remains.
But the end of Kalpas becomes Mathya. We don't want to talk of that, okay? Because that is something.
Yeah, the space is not there. That's what basically I'm trying to address.
But you are agreeing that even the space is not eternal. It's not Anant Anadi.
No.
Anant Anadi is only Ishvara. But today's discussion is a very enlightening discussion. I don't know how many of you have caught hold of it. Today's discussion, the types of SIP can lead people to enlightenment. Today's discussion is very profound, very, very important. So today's discussion is if you have not understood, please clarify. I'm happy to answer. We have another 5 minutes. I'm happy to answer any question of yours.
Guruji Shivam, Chandrakant here.
Yes, sir.
Actually, then question to me is that there is a theory of evolution basically. Like from monkeys, human being transform. Then when we say SIP create the monkey and SIP create the human being, so isn't it's contradictory, sir?
No. This evolution theory is only a theory. Please don't believe in it.
Okay.
Because Chandrakant, if I'm asking simple thing, according to evolution, monkeys are becoming human beings, correct?
Right.
And today also we should see, there must be some monkey that's a little bit like human being, no?
Yeah, in Africa, everywhere we find the monkeys also.
Yeah, but they're not human beings now. There is no chance this is just a fiction of man's imagination. This evolution theory, because they don't know, Chandrakant, they don't have answer. Because they're not following Upanishad, they're not understood, they're not being enlightened. They say Big Bang theory. Everything came from Big Bang. So Chandrakant, who created the Big Bang? Okay,
They
Big
said,
Bang theory. Who created Big Bang?
They said it happened naturally. That is their answer basically.
Who made it happen naturally?
Right.
So we should be careful. We should not get into this, Chandrakant. If we get
I'm
into
just
this,
asking my doubt basically.
Yeah, no, I'm clarifying to you. Do not believe. Please do not believe in these theories. Only go to the reality. Okay? Girish. Yes, Girish.
This body is Jada.
Jada. Okay.
Because of Atman, it functions, body.
Correct.
So can we say that SIP is the only living entity?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Girish is not Girish. Girish is just the name of this man who has a very stylish mustache. The stylish mustache is only belonging to this gentleman called Girish. But who's the one who's talking to me now? Who's talking to me? Without Atma, can you talk to me? So who's talking to me? Can your t-shirt, can your beautiful striped t-shirt, can it talk to me?
The one who is actually living.
Correct. So who's the one who's living?
That power only.
Who's that sip? Who's talking to me?
That power.
And who's
Through
the sip?
my mouth.
And the sip in you is talking to whom?
Sip.
So are we clear or not?
Yes.
Everything is sip. Unfortunately, where does the misery comes? The misery comes from when one mother says, oh, this is my daughter. This is my daughter. My daughter is not well. Therefore, I'm crying because my daughter is not well. My daughter is in America. So I'm going to see my daughter in America. This is all part of the Mithya story. The moment, that is why we fail. When we don't realize that everything is sip. Everything is sip. But we are not able to understand everything is sip. When will we realize? When the moment, Girish, we realize this, there is aparoksh anubhuti.
May I add?
अनुभूति ऐसी हो जाती है, एहसास सच का हो जाता है, इसका कोई परोक्ष नहीं, अंतर ज्ञान यूं ही हो जाता, अनुभूति सच की होती, अपरोक्ष अनुभूति ये है. Can you explain this? Can scientists will tell me, Girish, now you give me your thesis of it. Then what you must tell the scientist, Girish? You must say, इसका कोई परोक्ष नहीं, अंतर ज्ञान यूं ही हो जाता, अनुभूति सच की होती, अपरोक्ष अनुभूति ये है.
Infinite cannot be comprehended by our finite mind.
How is it possible, Girish? How can I empty the Arabian Sea in my bathroom? Can I take out the Arabian Sea and put in the bathroom? Is it possible? Is it possible to fill my house with all the earth that is around in the city of the city I'm living? Can I dig all the sand and fill my house? How is it possible? So this is our foolishness. Our intention of running behind pleasures and possessions and people and becoming miserable is because of avidya. Correct? This is all avidya. What is our problem? Our problem is avidya. What is the solution? The solution is not vidya. A lot of people say the problem is avidya. The solution is, immediately they will say vidya. Wrong. The problem is avidya. The solution is anubhuti. The solution is not vidya. That's why people are going on. Om bhur bhuvasvaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimai dhiro prasad prachodayata swaha. They will go on. Om triambakam yajamahe sugandham pushti vardhanam urvarupmeva bandhanam. Where will you go? Keep on reciting mantras. Where will you go? Sunil Chitta, last before we close.
Yeah, that is Vidya Maya actually.
Vidya. Sunil Chitta gives good names. I like his fancy names. I don't get into it, but I like his fancy names. Vidya Maya.
I just wanted to state, Sip is one, and actually it is God in this persona. What the person doesn't become free of Sip. On realization, Sip comes out. You're free of this person. I think in persona means a mask, and that's how this personality is developed. That is, we are thinking we are getting free. That we is a ignorance, which is a person. And once you realize you are Sip, then the universality of Sip is grasped in that anubhuti.
So that's when you get Advaita.
Yes.
So when the realization comes, then there is non-duality. Then
that's how we see Sip in everybody.
Yeah. So that is the whole beauty. So when the moment we see Prabhu to hai har jagah har shay mein wo hai, koi jagah na jahan wo nahi hai. How many times I sing this song for you? I sing this song for you so many times. So my dear friends, today's session is very important for the journey of enlightenment. Remember, SIP is only one, but SIP appears as Ishvara, Jagat, and Jiva. What Jiva or Jivatma, whatever you call it. But please understand, that's why you must be clear. Like Kumar Swami brought about difference. What is the soul? We have last, even this we can have one more discussion on soul, because there needs to be clarity. So with that, we need to close. Rohit, Ramesh, quickly, you want to say something, Rohit?
Yes. So how we should be like like Jagat is the non-animated is what you say, and so we should be looking Ishvara in all the objects as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Is what the sadhana is what the sadhana could be like.
Ishvara is everywhere. There is no place where Ishvara is not there. We call Ishvara SIP, the Supreme Immortal Power. That SIP is everywhere. Kindly join the calls at 8 because our time is completely run out. So please join. We'll again discuss tomorrow. But for now, I bow down to you.
गुरुजी एक्चुअली मेरी यहाँ पर तो 8 to 12 है. I joined 8 o'clock according to time. This means I should join early.
आपका टाइम गलत है. हाँ, थोड़ा टाइम को सही करो.
अभी टाइम का पता नहीं चल रहा है इसका मतलब.
You sleep one day and join us tomorrow. Okay.
No. Okay, Shivo.